I'm going to stand up here. Can everyone hear me all right?
Yes.
All right, how are we doing this morning?
Great.
It's early. I know it's early for a Saturday morning, but I appreciate everyone coming here. I think it's a great event that these guys are putting on for you guys. I certainly wish I was able to attend something like this at your age. So a little bit about me. Like you said, I'm from Carmel, 27 years old, been playing professional tennis since 2004. Before that, played high school and college tennis, and really kind of been playing tennis my whole life, along with doing a lot of other things as far as going to school and being academic and all that. So when they kind of approached me to do this, I was wondering what to speak about a little bit. And one common theme I think that especially in an Asian household, which I think we all come from, is education. Is that something that you guys feel like is pretty stressed in your household? You know, grades and yeah. I had the same thing too, for sure. You know, I was lucky in the sense that my parents understood that I liked my sport, I liked what I did, and they appreciated the fact that I worked hard at it and all that. But that being said, education was a huge stress. But what I thought about was, you know, education comes in a lot of different forms, and that's the one thing that I felt like I could really stress with my experiences. You know, it's great going to school, going to math, science, English, these types of classes, and getting good grades and all that. But you know, the real part of education sometimes that gets missed is what do you actually learn? You know, it's great to get good grades. It's great to be a great student and go to a great university and all that. But you know, that's very important. But I feel like I learned a lot also from pursuing my passion in sport and life. You know, I had to play on teams. I had to work with coaches. I had to work with other peers. And I just feel like, you know, that sometimes could be a little bit missed if you don't really understand what your passion is and what your you know, if there's a certain part that's outside of school that you really like I happen to like tennis, it's very, very important to follow those things, even though, you know, school does come first. And I'll be the first to admit school does come first, but it's not necessarily the only way to learn in the world. You know, we can definitely learn out of you know, doing something else. I've gotten to travel the world playing tennis. I've gotten to go to some great places, some different cultures, and meet all kinds of wonderful people. And just being a part of that is something that I think you can't always get in the classroom, and that's something that's very important, I feel like. So another thing we talked about was a little bit of what, how do you say this, sort of what Asian people in general, Asian people in general have as a personality trait, and that's that we tend to be submissive and passive and back down a little bit. And you know, it's a great trait to have because you're very cool, calm, collected, and I think that can be a huge thing. But I also feel like it's very important to stand up for what you believe in. You know, if you believe like you have a passion for something, whether it be sport or an art or music or something like that, I think it's so. There's no saying that you have to, use it as a profession or, even as a collegiate activity. It could just be something you do in high school, but the point is that you really learn something from doing what it is that you're passionate about. Because ultimately, I feel like that's the goal: is you want to do something you're passionate about for your career, and you'll really learn how fulfilling that is if you're able to harness that at a young age, your guys' age. So I think we could do a little bit more of a question or an interactive type of session. What do you guys want to know from me? So is there something you guys might have or anything you guys want to talk about? Not all at once. Come on, somebody. Yeah.
So what was really your driving force to go for a sport career?
That's a good question. Yeah, that's a good question. It really was the fact that I did it from a young age. I'll never say that academics should be second because it shouldn't be. For me, it happened to just take a back seat for the moment. But again, I was really passionate about it. I was really could tell about myself that I was at the time going to really put my best effort into being a tennis player. And that doesn't mean that everyone should just stop and be a tennis player or be a musician or be a whatever. There's certainly, you have to be at a certain level, but that it also means that it's really important to work hard and be the best you can be at your trait, because then that's the only way you'll ever know how good you can be. Anyone else? Anything? Yeah, you ask me anything. Yeah.
Did you play any other sports?
That's a good question. I did when I was younger, when I was quite a bit younger. For whatever reason, I gravitated towards individual sports. I don't know why I didn't really like team sports that much, but I just didn't. I tried basketball, I tried baseball. I didn't like the idea that I had to sit on the bench ever. So it wasn't that I couldn't get along with teammates. I actually loved college tennis and high school tennis. It's more of a team format, even though you're still playing by yourself. It's still more of a team format. And I really enjoyed that, but I always got to play, which I liked. Anybody else? Yeah.
Why did you? I understand that you went to play tennis in high school and college. Why did you choose it as a profession, especially when there's so much publicity involved and people can really get into your life? I think that would be like being a celebrity.
Yeah. No, I guess I can understand that. I feel like I never really thought about the fact that that was going to be an issue, because it's not for me. At the time that I think you have to get to a certain really high level for that to be an issue. But again, it was for me. It was all following what I love to do and really understanding what it is that my passion was and what it is that I felt like I could give myself to completely with no restraints. And I was happy to pay any price that was going to take, whether it be not going to normal high school events or maybe traveling a lot when I was in school when I could be doing other fun things. That didn't really ever seem like sacrifice to me. It always seemed like I would rather be working on my tennis, working on my skill, and it didn't really matter to me how far I got at the point, because at least when I was your guys' age, it didn't really matter how far I got, because I was doing what I enjoyed doing. Now after that, I chose to be a professional because I thought I could be good at it, and once again, I still had that driving force and that passion. And you see it in the world, how many people, maybe they don't hate their jobs, but they don't really like them, and I feel like I'm really one of the fortunate ones at the moment that I do something that I do really like, and I think that's worth, no amount. You can't put a dollar amount. I think it's really once you find that, I think it's really invaluable. Yes.
Well, another question.
Sure.
Were you able to focus on your academics, especially when tennis becomes, or just anything becomes outside of academics, becomes such a huge part of your life, and to be centered on that activity and not necessarily forget, but to don't do as well on that.
Sure. It takes a little bit of a background. I understand that completely. And I probably wasn't as focused as I could have been on academics, and I'm not saying that was a good thing. That's definitely not necessarily something that I would, try a message that I convey. What I guess I would say though is don't, try and see what it is you're passionate about, what it is you have interest in, and don't neglect those necessarily on the basis of only academics, because there is a lot to learn from something, that you really enjoy, whatever that may be. But to answer your question, yeah, I probably did at some point neglect, my school and stuff like that. Not in the sense that I got bad grades, but maybe more in the sense that I didn't challenge myself as much as I could have in high school and college, as far as taking classes that required a little bit more time. But at that point, I felt like that was the right decision for me. Now, again, I wouldn't say that I wouldn't stress that you take your academics short or anything like that. I just feel like it's a learning. It's another way to learn. It's probably possibly the best way to learn, being a part of something that you really like. Yeah.
When did you decide that this was going to be your profession? Was it in high school or college?
No, it was definitely not. It was definitely, well, I started working towards it, I guess you could say, in high school. And I thought at one point I was going to try it as a profession. Whether I was going to try it right after college or during college or whatever, whether I didn't really know that yet. But I would say I got really serious about it about 16 or 17 years old. So I was maybe a junior, sophomore, or junior in high school when I felt like I was really enjoying it, and I was really enjoying trying to get better at it, which was the most important thing. I was enjoying the work, I was enjoying putting the time in, and not just enjoying, winning and losing and playing and that. I was really enjoying trying to be the best that I could be at it, which I felt was really important. Yeah?
Since non-educational occupations, careers are kind of hit and miss, how much education would you recommend?
They're very hit or miss, and I would definitely recommend, like I said, I feel like where I am is a little bit off the beaten path for sure. As you said, they're incredibly hit or miss. I don't really know if I can say how much I would recommend. Again, I feel like education can come in all different, in all different varying degrees depending on what it is you enjoy doing, what it is you enjoy studying. It could be an educational field that you enjoy studying, and you end up getting, the highest degree in that. But I can't really say that there's a recommendation. I feel like that's something that you have to decide for yourself. But what I guess I would say is, don't underestimate the importance of following something that you like and really diving into that as much as you can. That makes sense? Yeah.
How supportive were your parents?
My parents were very supportive, as I said. They were hesitant at first, to say the least, but they were supportive when they understood that I really I was doing it for the right reasons. I was not playing for anything other than the fact that I enjoyed it. And so after they kind of saw that and they understood that,